structure. It's all about structure. Check it out. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. First, before we get started on this Rattlers edition, let's talk about a FAMU fact. FAMU is the #1 HBCU, which is historically black college or university, for research and development according to the National Science Foundation. So, hey, if you went to another HBCU, according to NSF, we just want to let you know we #1 for research and development. That's NSF, National Science Foundation. Can't dispute it. We got a lot of haters out there. Everybody want to be a rattler, but everybody can't be a rattler. All right, SMP 7, Mathematical Practice 7. Look for and make use of structure. Look for and make use of structure. This is a little bit more challenging. This is one of the more challenging ones. Like the 8 and the 7, I'm about to say 8 and 9. I'm tripping. 7 and 8 a little bit more challenging just in terms of how to get students to showcase this one. Not how to get students to showcase, how to get students to engage in it. With SMP 7, it highlights the abilities of students to recognize the structure of math through its patterns and properties. So now, here's a poster. Notice in this poster, it says, I can see and understand how numbers and shapes are organized and put together as parts and wholes. When we think about structure, now, it's kind of like when you build something. Like you want to see, think about a house. Perfect one. Just thought of this. Think about a house. Not just the outside of the house, but like the framework of the house. You understand how the structure is put together. So when you look at that poster, in the one with base 10 blocks, notice how they broke up the 100 flat. I've heard it different ways. Some people are going to say the 100. Some people are going to say the 100 flat. Hey, I'm not getting into the nomenclature today. But you see the 100? See the 10 rods? And then you see the 3 ones. So they broke apart the 123. So again, it's letting students see it in a different light. See it in a different light and make sense of the structure. Also with the shapes, you see the 2 triangles. It's rotated, showing they're the same. And then you see the 2 shapes where it's saying these have right angles, dealing with the attributes. Hey, now, attributes are kind of cool. Like, if you're into geometry, that's your thing. Like, you need to talk about them attributes. Like, all right, I got an example, but I don't want to say it because I'm going to put somebody out. We want to consider the flexibility of numbers, learn how to recognize patterns and functions. That's all it is. So when we think about this structure, think about the flexibility of numbers. Think about some patterns with them. And again, this goes back to letting students see the problem solved in different ways, letting students see how other people are working the problem. This is going to help them see the connections, like I did that, see the connections of the mathematics and how things come together. So we want to allow students to see these things. That's how they're going to make sense of the structure. And what you have to do sometimes, as a facilitator, you're going to have to help them make these connections. Some connections are not naturally going to be made when it comes to structure. So help them make sense of it. Facilitate it. I didn't say give it to them. I said facilitate. And when you're looking at SMP 7, a way that you can assess it, have students complete and describe patterns. Let students see what patterns they're seeing within the numbers, and then numbers can be represented in different ways. Attributes, the different shapes. So let students see the different patterns within different numbers, like breaking apart numbers and putting them together in a sense. That's going to help them make sense of this particular one. It's all about the structure, the beauty, the problem solving, and the connections. This is short, sweet, and to the point. With this SMP, mathematically proficient students are able to see the flexibility of numbers, understand properties, recognize patterns and functions. There's so many patterns and connections throughout mathematics. We have to facilitate the discussion so students can make sense of it. Question of the day. In what ways do patterns appear in your mathematics lessons? Ooh, that's a cool one. That's a cool question of the day. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Every video not long. Some of them are short, sweet, to the point like this one. But you still can hit the like button or you can hit the dislike. If you hit the dislike button, it's going to tell me who you are and where you at And I'm going to bring my math tool. You got to see the last video again. I'm bringing that math tool belt to you. But comment, like, share, subscribe. Again, the video is just giving a big picture overview. It's not going in depth, and that's purposeful. Like, I need to just give you, like, you know, just get you going with this stuff. This has been your boy, Dr. Christopher J. Childs, a graduate of the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University, located in the beautiful Tallahassee, Florida, on the highest of 7 hills, founded in 1887. Ooh, you like how I did that? Hey, huh? Do what you do.